Playing, yo, 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 yo. This is the Wolf of Crypto, the Crypto Ninja, aka Drizzy, the boy. Crypto, crypto, crypto. Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. Yes, this is me. We're gonna go ahead and do some live trading today, guys. I'm gonna show you what I've done today and how I made some money. And I will do an anonymous face viewing. Oh, messed that up. No, it's alright. Now, if y'all don't know me, I go by the Wolf of Crypto. You want to see the Twitter handle, I will show it to you. Boom! Pray the real live forever and the fake get exposed. The reason I put that there is because some people are under the impression that I have a ton of followers. I do not. What had happened, and I've explained this a couple times, is that I started putting the Wolf of Crypto. Other imposters started doing the same thing. The Wolf of Bitfinex, the Wolf of Crypto, the Wolf of, CE. You get the point. Anyway, but, I still move in the markets, and I can show you right now with some timestamps. This doesn't happen all the time, so let's dig into it. Bum, bum, bum. I don't have no fancy, intro like most of these people that are trying to be. Well, I mean, they're not trying. They're becoming the the faces of crypto. They're becoming the cryptubers, So, case in a point. I won't even show you guys. But let's go here. This is coinexchange.io, where I've made more money in hours than I did on the other exchanges, simply because these guys. Well, I don't know now. Now that they got this new chart. Which is awesome for me because I know how to work the charts. And just to let you know, the computer that is filming, the camera's over here. The screen I'm looking at's over here. So if it's driving you nuts, I'm sorry. I'll look at the camera every once in a while. But sorry, I'm not spending extra money just to put a camera on here. Most of the time I do all my videos on here anyway. So I am talking to you even though I'm looking over here, okay? Now that we got that straight, let's move on. All right, so, and maybe I should just switch this around. Maybe I should just put it like this, so I can't even see myself. I hope that's better, but you'll see my eyes. Anyway, it does not matter though, because we're talking about money, right? Now, let's see how big, how much crypto's been booming. Now I'll leave this referral for you guys in the link. I'm actually going to get another one because I don't even have an account with Coinbase. The reason why is because my account is, let's go ahead and check out why. It's invalid. The reason why it's invalid is because someone hacked my PayPal. Somebody bought Bitcoin with my PayPal account. Tried to do chargeback. Wasn't going to do it. So anyway, this Coinbase, every American comes here to buy their Bitcoin, which is fine, as long as you're holding it and not trying to sell. I was talking, shout out to Drizzy, the boy Drake, because it's kind of for him. I was just texting him and talking a little bit about how I was trading, and I was going to send him a video link, so I'll go ahead and mention him. But, yeah, you can see, and the reason I brought that up is because he was literally, so I just started a new job at this place. I really like it a lot, and I remember when Bitcoin was down here, it went down to 50, it went down to literally 58, right? Right around here, it was like 58.86, and my friend called me. He said, hey, I'm going to buy some Bitcoin. Like, hey, should I wait for it to drop? And it had just been up here like 75, right? Like a couple of days before. And I said, no, don't wait for it to drop. I'm like, anything under 6 is like a bargain, and anything under 7.5, is a great deal also. And so he waited, calls me like a couple days later, and it's at like 9. He's like, damn, dude, I shouldn't have waited. So for those of you that are new, I know I said this on some other videos, but do not wait. Just go ahead and buy it. I'll leave a referral link if you need it. I don't care. You can go to Coinbase, and all you do is you set up your accounts, and like you'll see with mine, no transactions, because my accounts buy is currently disabled. You're currently disabled from your account. We apologize for the inconvenience. And the reason why is because of what I told you earlier. Trying to get it fixed, but you know, I care less. I give up Bitcoin from other places, and frankly, it's cheaper. I don't trust these guys anyway, but I will promote them because it is the easiest app to use and it's the easiest way to check your prices, through the app. So go ahead and download this app. I will leave a referral link. I'm trying to get another account set up, and so I can actually get the money from those referral links. But don't let that stop you from investing, right? Let's go ahead and check the prices real quick. Litecoin, it wasn't the worst investment. It doubled in a month. It's better than a government bond. I'm not down with Ethereum. I don't get it. If you want to invest in that, go ahead. It's up 55%. I just don't. I don't agree with the whole thing. I don't get the whole thing. I've read a million white papers. I don't even get what they're talking about. And the main reason is because it's not capped. People are still mining Ethereum, and it's like the U.S. government, right? They can just print off dollar bills forever. That's how I feel about Ethereum. It doesn't have a total market supply, and I'll kind of tell you what I'm talking about in just a minute. But let's go back. So right now I'm on Coin Exchange. Now there are different exchanges where you can do business. Like for instance, Bittrex. Sorry about that. These guys are a bunch of crooks. A bunch of hookups, plugs. They really are awesome. Now, these guys, I've lost more money trading with these guys in a day than anything. It turned into literally just a pump and dump clown town. Frankly, I don't even want to log in. I could care less about. Let's just see what the markets are doing. And this is why I'll tell you it's a pump and dump clown town, because you just see some ridiculous numbers. Like people got in here early, and I can't knock the hustle, but anything that's going up like 80, voxels, man. I have it written down in my journal. I'm still going to wait on this. I'm buying them. I'll look at the roadmap, but I'm going to buy them just before Q1. So I still have a little bit of time. Along with other things, Sidecoin was up like 35%. It's up 18%. And these are rolling 24-hour numbers, right? So Guppy, don't know what it is. Don't care. ADA, top volume. So what you really want to look at is these top volume. This is what you should be looking at. If it's negative 2%, but it's got top volume, man, next is where it's at. NXT. ADA is a huge supercomputer, and how you find out this information is going to coinmarketcap.com, where I've shown you guys a million times, I think, how to do this. But that's what my other videos are for. Right now, we're talking about, look at these numbers. And we're going to also look into BTC, because we don't care about the USD. Ain't done nothing for me. Everybody knows that. USD is like, USD is going boom, Bitcoin is going boom, and it's made that way for a reason. Venezuela, Zimbabwe, etc. Money ain't worth a darn thing out there. You can check out my other videos for that too. But let's go ahead and get into it. Live trading with the Wolf of Crypto. How am I making money? When Bitcoin's up, as much as it is, it's up 1,000, %, right? Like most people are just like, dude, it can't get better than this. Like in a year, it's up almost 1,500%. That's really kind of ridiculous. And I'll tell you the truth, this ain't gonna last. Like, come on, guys. Like, I get it, but there's gonna be a change in the guard. You still got a couple years though. Don't let that discourage you. Like, once you get in crypto, you'll get addicted to it anyway. So this is why the first one's for free. I'm gonna start charging you YouTubers. I'm just kidding. So anyway, yeah, that's pretty good. It's up $10,000. So if you would have put $756 into it right now, last year, it would have been up to 11. I just happened to fall into actually buying it. Like I knew about Bitcoin back in the day, but I just didn't know. I didn't even know how to buy it or anything. It really wasn't a good way, unless you're in New York, or maybe California. All I know about is a Bitcoin exchange in New York. You really couldn't buy it unless you were mining it and connected to the network, and then you really weren't buying it, you were mining it. mining now, the contracts are sold out. They're sold out so much that they now do a lotto for all the mining so that they can pay people. Now let's move on. So yeah, when I fell into it though, like the lowest I ever saw it was $186, and the reason I was into it was because my business is aligned with the way that with what Bitcoin was doing. But I also saw the price slowly swinging up, so I literally kind of got in at like the right time because it was like $200, $186, like the cheapest I saw. What happened is I just saw it slowly increasing, so I did something really stupid or really smart, however you want to look at it, and I started using Coinbase as my bank account. And you can see every day it just started swinging upward. Like, yeah, there was times when it went up, you're like, oh sweet, it went up to almost 1,000, boom, dips down, etc. When it actually hit 1,000, I have a screenshot of it. Now I'm one of the few people that I know. I'm actually the only person that I know that has screenshots of it, at $300, $600 and things like that. Even screenshots of it, earlier this year at like $1,000 and stuff. I'm the only one that I know that has those. I'm not trying to brag. I'm just trying to say, like, I accidentally fell into this at the wrong time. So when I was, for the last 2 years, people thought I was nuts. It's actually, I was looking at this meme, and it's pretty funny because this is literally how I feel. I sent this to my friend, and he just kind of switched the wording on it around. Yo, BK. And yeah, he put this meme up, and like literally we felt crazy talking about this. Like we knew the technology, we knew it was gonna work and whatnot. But this is like literally what I looked like a year ago. And it was just explaining this, and you guys will start to listen to this video and be like, "Holy cow, dude, this is way over my head," But how people saw me when I talked about Bitcoin at the start of 2017 or the start of 2016. I actually got into it in October 15, October 2015. But yeah, now how people see me now when it passes 10K. They think I'm like this wealthy millionaire. Quite the contrary for a number of serious events that happened in my life. So, but I still roll the dice and I still play and I know what I'm doing now. So when I invest in the future, I will be able to make money. So let's get back to that. Let's just go ahead and check out like a trade I did earlier today, and it was just funny because I knew these guys were short in this thing, and it wasn't hard really to jump in the mix. Let's see. Let's click on mag. So these are charts. I don't even really want to get into it right now. It'll take me forever to show you guys how these work. I actually had a video previous to this, and I just uploaded it to YouTube, and I don't even know where it went. It's not on my YouTube channel or anything. It's just gone. So YouTube's got that effort in the bag. But yeah, so I saw these people short in this, right? And what that means is like, they're doing short trades. They pumped it up, and now they are doing shorts off it. It'll probably hit right here where my crosshairs are. I might even go below it, and then it will boom, shoot through the roof, and then come down. Like if you own the coin on the exchange, you can do whatever you want with it. But you can see here where I, what I kind of did today, and this is one you want to highlight right here. The one at the bottom, I turned 4 into 7. Boom. Right here, I didn't lose anything. It was just a wash, and that was just a second ago. I could have held out a little bit more, obviously made 44 or 47. Whoops, let's go to the top of this, and to about the same. So it would have been a wash. I didn't want to stay in it too long, and I want to make this video. But down here, you can obviously see, and this was just this morning. This is 12.4, right? That I bought it at 4.5. I knew what these guys were doing, and I sold it at 7.2. And I could have just sold it longer. I actually had to go do something. But so off to the left-hand side, let's go ahead and explain how this works. This is all the markets, right? And it goes by volatility and volume. So it's number of trades today, and it's how much Bitcoin's been pumped into here. So AI, which is artificial intelligence. I don't know what the company is. I could care less, to tell you the truth. I'm not really down with all these new ICOs and stuff. They don't really make a lot of sense to me. But because look at this. It came down and just hit the floor. like, yeah, it might be good to pick it up. People are obviously profiting from it, or the developers, the thing went to crap, and how you can check on it is just click on this link right here, and the developers and everything just started pouring it out, and that's really what it looks like. Some of these things don't work out. Not just some. 90% of them aren't going to work out. So don't get your hopes up. But that doesn't mean, even though the coin is a piece of crap, doesn't mean you can't make money off it. I tend to enjoy to invest in things that I will make money off of, and I will show you that in a second. Like right now I'm doing the trade with Digibytes. Digibytes is one of the most secure blockchains in the world. Everybody knows it, and they are crushing it. And so, these guys have been around forever. Digibyte is, let's just go, to the link right here. Just click it simply, and boom, up 23%, right? That doesn't mean the price has gone up 23%. That means 23%, the market cap's gone up 23%. And usually those will align. Usually when the price and the market cap, they go together. But right here you can see, and this is really interesting, that it's being suppressed. And what I mean by that is, like, this is a really good company, and so it will boom to here. It will go up to, I think it went up to like $9, if I'm not mistaken. But even if it just goes up to 60 cents, right now it's like, not even, it's like one millionth of a penny. Like it's really cheap. Let's just put it, it's not 1/1,000,000th, but it might be. I don't know. It's cheap though. Well, to tell you the truth, let's go to their website and find out how much it is. I think 100 is for like 168 or 147, or 100 is, so 100 Digibyte is $168. So if this thing does go to 6 cents, then 100 Digibyte would be worth like $60. And I don't think you guys know what I'm talking about, but that's fine with me. So, moving on. So I know this thing's being suppressed. This is more of an investment, but at the same time, this thing's ready to pop. Like, this thing's, every day it's going up. It's ranked number 61, and the way that they rank things on CoinMarketCap is by your market cap. And that is how much money is put into the company. Now, there's a circulating supply, and that's how many Digibyte are out there. There's usually a total supply. The company just hasn't decided on that yet, and that's fine with me. Where it's not fine, because I've read the white paper and I know what they're doing. Let's actually go back to their site and I'll show you what they are doing. This is a truly decentralized not only a currency, it's a decentralized blockchain. And so Digibyte is a public, rapidly growing, and highly decentralized blockchain. Digibytes are also digital assets that cannot be destroyed, counterfeited, or hacked, making them ideal for protecting objects of value like currency, information, property, and important digital data. Digibytes can be sent over the Digibyte blockchain and forever recorded on an immutable public ledger that is decentralized on thousands of computers across the planet. And so, when it's decentralized, how federal prosecutors said it put it in, especially it was the one that busted the Ross Ulbricht from the Silk Road. That it's really easy to hack something if it's centralized, right? Like imagine all the world's money in Fort Knox or in a bank or in a safe, right? People are going to be trying to pull heists. People are going to be trying to drill into that thing, blow it up, whatever you want to get that money. Well, if you decentralize it and you put in thousands, if not millions, of locations around the world, which Bitcoin has done, then and you put it in different little teeny safes, it's not going to be worth it to hack it. Like, it doesn't make sense. You're like, oh, I'm going to get a few bucks. Like, it's not worth your time to hack it. And that's what cryptocurrency is about. And it's been proven through the number one dog, which is, drum roll, you guys guessed it. If I can get back to there now, my computer is just stuck. But it's Bitcoin. Bitcoin is an asset and a currency, and it's the first thing that we have ever seen in our lifetime that is an asset and a currency, kind of like gold. But I was watching this video the other day, and people were actually going around, and they had like gold troy ounces, and they had Bitcoin on their telephone, and they were asking, oh crap, my internet just bombed. They're asking, what would you rather take, or like, what would you get? Because something's only as good as, for instance, like cocaine, marijuana, um, other drugs and other, just medicine in general. It's only good as what people will pay for it. So, cocaine is a currency. In England, people will pay a lot for it. In poor countries, people don't care. They won't pay anything for it because, like Colombia, they care less about cocaine. Same with the others that I mentioned. There's a lot of different currencies. Shoes, are a currency. That's why I messed around. That's why I got into shoes, because when they drop, you buy them for $250, and then you can sell them on eBay or whatever for $550. And people don't really get that concept, and that's why it drives people nuts. But at the same time, if you do get that, then you'll understand what we're talking about. So, did you buy it now? Another one that I just made money off of literally minutes ago was BQ, and I didn't want to sell it. The only reason that I sold it was because it's not even letting me click on it. Usually you can just click on it and it goes right there, but it's being slow. The only reason I sold it is because people were starting to exploit the arbitrage that I exposed. And what I mean by that, I'll just show you real quick. Bitcoin is really dope. They came out with their own cryptocurrency, and they're selling it. And what you're going to be able to do is buy like travel. You can pay for basically anything. And so the people that run nodes and stuff like that are actually making these coins. So the people that set up the networks are making this money. Now it hasn't even turned into trading with it. It's turned into me explaining. So let's just go get back to trading. Now earlier, and I would buy this again because earlier, like I said, I sold it. So these are the recent markets, and these are my recent trades. So you can see down here, 1122. I bought it for 56 the next day. So let's just think about this in dollars. All right, I bought it for $56. The next day I sold it for 90. And then I bought it again later that day for $79. And then I sold it for 76 as a cushion. Okay, 78. So people are like, well, why would you sell it for less? But look at this. Then 81, 80, 80. And then I, was out of it. I think if all these numbers add up, and then I just bought it again for 81 today. And people will be like, well, why'd you buy that same coin? Because I knew, first of all, that I can, hustle it, and I sold it for 86. Well, now I could have sold it for 87. People are buying for 87. So over here is a troll box. You guys are probably wondering what this is, and it's called a troll box for a reason, because there's a bunch of trolls in there. They're always got their own agenda. They're desperate, but it's also got some useful information. These guys in blue are the admins. I usually just shut this. Sometimes, if I'm moving something, whoops, it just popped up here. But I shut it, and I don't have the sound on. It makes a beep like every time. It just gets annoying. But yeah, these percentages aren't like lying though. And people think, you buy a government bond or a CD and you're lucky to get 6% in a year. And that's why banks hate this, because you can make, 20% easy in a day. Like what I showed you before with like MAG, in 5 minutes, like it was actually 13 minutes, and I wanted to wait till it hit 8. So I bought it at 5, if I can show you again. And, so I bought it, so here we go, we'll just highlight this down here. So this first trade, I bought it at 4, sold it at 7. I was going to wait till it hit 8, but I had to go. So, it's simple math. 1 + 1 = 2. I almost, almost doubled my money there. So it's not hard to do. You just need to know what you're doing. Let's see, another thing. So how this works on the left hand side, you can see all the different things like Digibyte. So obviously the price isn't up 60%, so there's a difference between volume and volatility. And so up here it says volume, it actually stands for volatility. No, I'm sorry, this actually stands for volume. And the top ones with volatility, well, the top ones are a mixture of volume and volatility. I don't need to explain that, just follow me. So I go down here and I, see what's going on. And like some people are like, get caught up and they're like, oh sweet, I'm gonna buy Bitbase, which I've bought before and I've made money on, but the technology is really, really high tech. I mean, look, just today it went from 28 to, that's literally 400% in a day. These numbers are real. The technology is really cool behind it, but it's just, it's just something that's not for me right now. Like, you could buy it, but if everybody's buying it right now, I mean, it's like Bitcoin. Everybody buying at the top. Like, look how much I used to buy it for. And sold it for, 920. Bought it for, that. Sold it for that. Like, you know what I mean? So bought it for 8, sold it for 10. And these little numbers make add up. And you're probably wondering what these are, right? So every Bitcoin, people are under the impression that you have to buy a whole Bitcoin. You do not have to buy a whole Bitcoin. You buy what's called Satoshis. So one Satoshi is 1/100 millionth of a Bitcoin. So it's 8 zeros, right? So this is worth 170 Satoshis right now. This is what somebody's selling it for. People are buying it for 150 Satoshis. And so I don't even think in USD. And when I'm looking at things like this, and it has the US dollar attached to it, it's like, oh, Bitcoin's worth $11,555, right? I'm like, well, I could care less about Bitcoin. I mean, about the USD. Let's look what things are worth, And IOTA, no surprise. I just, there's a lot of restrictions that Americans have. Like, I can't invest in IOTA safely. A lot of these things I can't invest in safely, so I don't do it anymore. I lost a ton of money, actually, with IOTA and EOS, my number one picks. Like, I love these freaking tools. Or these are literally like two of the best. This thing just shot through the roof, dude. This thing has gone up so much, it's pretty insane. What do people remember back in June, if you're around? This thing sold out, made 155 million in 13 minutes at the crowd sale, which is before the ICO. Now what they're doing, and this is going to be new currency, they're doing with IOTs, and what IOTs are is just another currency. Right now they're only $2.81. The max supply is 2,779,000,000, 530,000, etc. And the circulating supply is the same. But look at this website, and this is why Bitcoin is so important, because it's spurred off. These are all things that came because of Bitcoin. These are all ideas that came because of Bitcoin. So IOTA is a way to use sensors, solar, and also it's a way to use dagging, or they call it Tangle. And basically, instead of using a blockchain where millions of computers are using it, it's a new way where to make the blockchain move, or in this way the Tangle move, it just has to confirm the 2 first purchases prior to it. If those are confirmed, then the thing moves. If not, then the thing will stop until those are confirmed. Okay, so I know it's kind of confused to some people, and that's how big of a geek I am, but look at this thing. The economy of things. This IOTA, you'll start to see it everywhere. It's the internet of all things, or the internet of things. So they're talking about putting a QRC code or a sensor on every single thing in the world, whether it's a bike, paid for Fitbit data, an app, a watch, where it says Apple Watch, 2X large Americana. And this is like so far over people's heads. It's insane, but this is working. And I mean, just the, the price increase alone. I mean, this sold out, like I said, 155 million in 30 minutes in June, and now look what it's worth. It's worth $1 billion. Oh, that's a 24. So it went up $1 billion overnight. This is a rolling 24-hour period. So it's actually up to $8 billion dollars. Now the total market cap of this whole industry is $346 billion dollars. And so we can see who's ruling that. And like I said earlier, you guessed it, it is Bitcoin with a dominance of 56%. So more than half of, a lot more than half of this is ruled by Bitcoin. It got scary right here. I hated Ethereum. Ethereum almost took over. Bitcoin was at 37, 37. Ethereum got up to 31%. That's pretty close. And then there's other ones down here, right? But then Bitcoin just tore away, and now it's just totally tearing away. So what Bitcoin's worth, if we go to the top again, all I do is click on this. Bitcoin's worth almost $200 billion. Now, when I got into this, the whole market was worth $30 billion. So now that it's worth 35 billion or 350 billion, I mean, from 30 billion to 350 billion in a year. That's just insane. No wonder hedge funds and everybody and their dog is going to this. Why wouldn't you? That's usually the question I ask. I'm like, why wouldn't you do this? This right here, decentralizing the cloud. I work for a SaaS-based company. Service is another. Let's see here. Jesus is so cheap right now. It's only at 90. And you can see, Bitcoin's valued so much. So back in the day, all these would add up, all the time. The USD, the market cap, and the Bitcoin amount. But now, Bitcoin's worth so much that people are holding off. But pretty soon, what's going to happen? So what I'm trying to say, basically, is all these companies are bargaining. Whenever you see a graph like this, it's a bargain, because it's going to, right now, it's worth, less than a cent. And it's going to shoot up. I mean, it says that it's worth a penny. That doesn't make sense. But, Bitcoin's worth so much money now, that might. Back in the day, we didn't even mess around with Satoshis that much. I could put 0.5, into a Ponzi scheme. Yeah, lost so much money. Look, now I lost so much money. Back then it was $500 and it wasn't really anything to me, but now that $500 is $5,000, and so I'm like, that kind of sucks. But it is what it is, So anyway, you will eventually see this turn around. Right now there's just a lot of stuff going on with Bitcoin, so this will catch up to it. So if you're kind of trying to predict prices, just know you're investing and holding on to long. And the only way to buy most of these is with Bitcoin. So you're going to have to go to Bittrex, Poloniex, Hitbit, one of these exchanges to buy this coin. All right, now I'm getting way over my head. Anyway, this is a way to decentralize the cloud. It's pretty freaking awesome. So now we have Amazon, Microsoft, Mozy. There's a bunch of places, and the cloud is in, one spot, like in a big old farm or a big old warehouse. Even if it's in 5 spots, it's still very susceptible to getting hacked. So what the idea behind this is to decentralize the cloud and put it on 1 million, 1,000 computers. Eventually, they really want to put, renters pay. They want to make it so you can pay your rent with Sia coin, and you can mine it on any computer. I was talking with my CEO the other day, and look how much it's going to save everybody. So it's not just good for it's good for everybody, especially the business I work with, because it's going to cost 1/10 of what the cost is right now. So for 5 terabytes, right? Let's just knock it down. Let's dumb the numbers down. So for 1 terabyte of storage, it's only going to be $2, where right now the price is $23. So that's 1/10, right? the download bandwidth cost is $92, and this is like one of the cheapest. This is Amazon. They got Amazon, Google, and Microsoft. Well, it's only $1 the bandwidth cost, so it's like 1/10 or 1/100th of what the cost is. So that's kind of giving you an idea of how cheap stuff will become and how it's going to eliminate hacking and things like that. Man, I've gone over this so many times. So let's get back to trading and how I make money. So we're looking at so this is kind of the amount I have in this dummy account. I also got some Ethereum, so if I wanted to, and this is really important to do sometimes, I like to just trade with BTC. But if you got some Ethereum, there's a little bit of Ethereum in here. It's nice because, for example, this company Elixir, if you type it in here to filter markets, let me type in the right thing first. Then, and this is more of a podcast than a video, is what it's turning into. You can see right here that you can not only trade it with BTC, you can trade it with Ethereum also. And what's good about that is the price starts to drop into BTC, you can boom, switch it over and sell it real quick to Ethereum if you're quick about it. It's kind of tricky to do, but when you get enough experience, you do it, and that's why I have Ethereum. It's also good to pick up stuff, I don't care about Ethereum right now. It's not making me any money, so I might as well just pick up something. So, and then sell it for Bitcoin. So a good example of doing that would be, well, you can come down here and see that it's something in a negative, like Quantum. Wow, down 33%. Let's see if this might be good. Quantum, I always call it Quantum, but it's Qtum, is seriously one of the best currencies out there. Let's check what's going on with it right now. It's up. So how you're going to do this trade, right? Like I said, Bitcoin, it's way down. Now, let's go ahead and edit it so that we're looking at the price, and we'll go to markets, go to edit it, we're going to edit it with Bitcoin. So this is going to give you the price in Bitcoin. This is called arbitrage trading, where you can look at these different numbers and right here, you buy it for 12, you can sell it, and this is real time. So what we're going to do is look for Coin Exchange, because that's where we're on. Look at all the places it accepts this now. So it's on Cryptopia for 2, Bam, that's double in your money right there. So so this is how people are making millions and millions of dollars. So they'll have money on Livecoin. They'll also have money on Cryptopia. They'll have money on all these, literally, all these different exchanges. So, when they see an arbitrage like this, they say, hey, look, Qtum's up 100% versus BTC, where on Nova, you can get it. So let's just say you can get it for 1.6 on Nova, and you can sell it for 2.4 on Cryptopia. And that's the same exact. That's a Quantum. So what I'm looking for is Coin Exchange. And look at all of these. These are 1, 2. So you can buy it for 11, sell it for 24, if that makes sense. And I'm just saying, obviously I'm not going to keep on explaining the whole number. So this is called arbitrage trading. This is what literally people just work one coin, and they got money on Bittrex and Binance and Bitfinex and stuff like that. But this is literally one of the best currencies. So I don't know why I can't find Coin Exchange on here. I know that they just barely added it. Okay, so here we go. So if I buy it with Ethereum right now, it looks like I can make a little bit of money. I can buy it for 10 and sell it for 13. And this is on Coin Exchange. So if I buy it, let's just make sure this is right, because sometimes the feed, they do the best they can, but sometimes it's a little bit off. So right now it's down so much, right? It's down 33%. So what I want to do is buy it with my Ethereum and then sell it to get more Bitcoin. And that's just an easy way to do it. Let's see here. This is like $10 right here. It's not even that much. Let's see, I'm trying to do the math in my head right now to even see if this is really worth it. So it's 363 let's see if that's even right, because sometimes when there's this much of a gap, it's really easy to do the arbitraging. Sometimes people will beat you to it. But you know what? To tell you the truth, I don't even mind holding cute on my like. So it's like even if you don't make the money, I mean this is ranked 18th. Like this is like one of the best things that's out there. You know, like Bitcoin's right now is down. The price is really down low. Um, wow, I've actually seen this. Oh, okay, I was gonna say it's usually about $10. Um, so sorry, I'm just adding points in my stuff in my head. Let's go ahead and transfer this into Ethereum again. And how we did that, we just click on markets. So what I want to be able to buy it from to get that same price. God, I'm looking for coin exchange over there. There's just so many. Is 2.6. Man. Yeah, see they're selling for 3.6. So people have bought. So what that feed is just live. So people have sold it for 2.6, and that's why it's bringing it up. Which they're idiots. Like right here, you can see people were just buying it for 3.9. But sometimes you have to do that. You see a better deal, and you're like, boom, let's go all in on this one. You know. So I get it. You know, like. But most people are idiots. Let me show you this chart real quick. How most people call it the FOMO chart. FOMO chart, or just the normal sales cycle chart. It has to deal with emotions. It's not only charting. Let's see here. Let's see, trading chart or sales cycle chart. Man, let's do images. It's got a bunch of things that explain like, hey, this is fear of missing out. This is where people buy it, and this is the top, and you know, etc. Let's do FOMO chart. FOMO, fear of missing out. So people buy the FOMO because of FOMO, and they sell because of FOMO. So FOMO chart. Explain. This is getting kind of nasty looking. Okay, this is exactly what I was looking for, right here. Okay, so this bottom line here is big money. They just don't care. They can hold on forever. They have so much money and it's steadily going up, right? This is what the average person does. So the buy-in, you know, takes off, first sell off, and we called it bear trap because people think it's going to go down. They think this was like a little bit of a fluke, and then it's like boom. And this is kind of what's happening with Bitcoin right now, right? Gets a little bit of a mood of attention from the media, and there's enthusiasm from the public, and here's where, so smart money's right here, this line. Institutional investors buy it right here, where, you know, they then send it to media attention. And then the public gets involved when there's enthusiasm and greed and illusion, and then boom, a different paradigm, right? They're like, oh my gosh, Bitcoin's so high, this is crazy. I still think we're at greed right here. I actually think there's just enthusiasm right here. I really do think we're kind of halfway with Bitcoin. But once it goes to 27K, I want to sell that. But still, you know, it's not too late to get in. And then people were like, oh, it's a new paradigm. It's going to go up forever. And then it starts to fall. And they're like, oh, no. And then what they call this is the bull trap. This is where these institutional investors really grab it because it's just diving. And then they pump it up again. And people are like, yeah, I knew it was going to do that. And then they're like, oh, fear. And you can see that these are like the same way, like greed and fear, right? You know, enthusiasm and capitalization. And this is where if you see institutional investors buy it, and then they'll sell it here in the bull. Well, they'll sell it really right here in the bull trap. And then the public, though, you know, if they buy it right here, they sell it. And some people just hold on to it forever, and then throw it back up to normal. So it's kind of what we're seeing with Bitcoin right now. It's gone, the chart's even worse than this. It's like it's vertical. They call it parabolic, but it's vertical. It just can't go up anymore almost. Um, but it will come back to here, and it'll come back to here, and then it'll hit here, which is uh, going to even out. I think this will be 27K. I don't know why I have that number in my head. I just do. But anyway, that's just explaining how the normal and average person thinks. And that's just all of us, emotions, charting, everything. It's all the same energy going in and out of our minds and out of our bodies. So yeah, I haven't even done one trade, but I wouldn't mind selling I don't like buying stuff in the green, like at all. But right now, God, if I could get it for 2.6, I would really make it worth it. Even, and this is a weird looking chart. Like you look at the Bitcoin one, it'll make more sense. Kind of. This is a newer, like I said, this is a newer. Come on here. Is it newer coin? I guess you want to call it added. And so the charts are kind of weird on it. And this is a new chart, so most of the time candlesticks add up. Like, hopefully I'll find one. Bitcoin Red, what a scam. I don't even know what it is, but if I have no clue, it's a scam. Alright, boom. You can see the candlesticks are connecting to one another. And what I mean by that is, this hour it went up to here, and then it stopped right here, and then it went up to here, and so on and so forth. And so you can see it. This is just like that chart that we were in, right? It starts out right here. People are like getting, kind of greedy, paranormal. Boom, here's the bull trap. It probably still is doing the bull trap. It might go up to here. So it might not be the worst thing to invest in, but I don't know enough about that. It's kind of shady to just have a coin show up, especially like this one, just show up out of nowhere. And look at this dump. What this usually means is that the developers raised all this money. They raised probably 500 Bitcoin, probably a couple months ago, and then they just dumped it. Or it's a really, really good company. I'm thinking the prior, not the latter. I could be wrong. But the reason that I think that way is because, let's go ahead and look at, they're selling it for $15 a coin. Like, it doesn't even have a market cap. Then this thing isn't always correct. But, to me, it just seems too shady. It doesn't mean that I won't get in there and sell and buy it and stuff. I just don't want to, like right now. Just show you guys some other things. I don't know. Like I've already made some money today, so I'm like, I'm kind of good, And that other video got deleted, so a couple of these companies, I'm staking B3, which is awesome. I can take you to their website. I bought it like 50 sats. Now it's like 1. But the reason I bought it is because I was making 25% staking it. And what staking is it's just another word. You basically you connect yourself to the blockchain, and then you will stake this thing. So this thing actually is worth, when you see it, it's worth like over $100 million or something like that. Let's see here. This is like one of the best Kickstarter campaigns I have ever seen. So look how they did this. So if you got in early between blocks 0 and 10,000, this is the daily or the annual rate. So it would have gone up 8%, through that whole year, and they've done the math a different way. Now blocks 10 to 20,000, 15, et cetera, et cetera. So I got in right here, 50 to 60, and it was 1,000%, and then it kept on staking. It went up to 10,000%. That's more than Bitcoin. Well, what happened is a lot of people got involved. And so now, let's see what block we're on, because I'm going to see if I'm going to actually transfer mine or just hold on to it, because I've got some on the exchange that I own. And we're over block 80, so the staking has ended. It hasn't ended, but now it's back down to 3. It's back down to 100%. And now I'm way over everybody's head. So I own some of that. I don't know if I'm going to sell it. I doubt it's not going to go up to 2 for a while. But yeah, that's how I'm making money on that. It's pretty cool. This is my #1 coin right here, though. This Bitcoin is flying underneath everybody's radar. I think I talked about it earlier. You know, it's back up to 128. Right now, we can buy it for 78 or for 86 and sell it for 128. Earlier today, it was at 211, and I started tweeting everybody. I'm not going to say that I'm like some huge market mover, but you can't lie. But then I started tweeting, and I started on a troll box and things like that, like I did. Let's go to my home. I did like coin of the day, right? And I don't have a lot of people following me, but I got some good people. And I also DM'd, Mr. BK and a couple other people that I know exchange on my thing. Look, I got a message to see you. It's probably like, sweet, I grabbed me some. This guy's got money. He can wait out everything. He's made a lot of money. And one also showed me how to chart. So let's see the messages. It's mainly popping on one exchange. Is the wallet locked or something? Nope. Nope. The block, see, these guys know what I'm talking about. So the BC, whoops, I should be talking all caps. Everybody knows that. It's like a rule of thumb, right? Jeez. All right, so I'm just telling him, no, the blockchain is working. And look, you can see, this is the guy who knocked off. Everybody thinks we're the same person. This is the Wolf of Exchange, right? And he moves markets, dude. He can move markets. I'm the Wolf of Crypto. And he copied me, and everybody thought we were the same people forever. But no, the blockchain is moving the arbitrage is just becoming more obvious. I think. That's my son in the background. So on that point, and that's all misspelled, everybody knows if I text or send you messages or anything like that, you'll hear me. What's up, bud? Want to say hi to everybody? Hello. And on that point, hey, go do some work real quick. I'm just gonna go ahead and leave you. But you saw, you know, I'm not just talking it, I'm walking it. Nobody would go down here and buy something that's down 50%. But, or, you know, even on this one, you know, I showed you guys how I sold it for 87 and how it's just skyrocketing. So, okay, just to recap, what I did today was I went down here. Oh, this thing's being so slow. Okay, so I went down here and I bought it for 45, sold it for 72. You see where my cursor is? All right, the other trade that I did was with BQ, which is my favorite coin. Like, they just got so much stuff going for them. You know, it's up to 86, and I'll show you what I did a couple weeks ago. Oh, sometimes you just gotta be a father, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just gotta be a father. Now, with this, you'll see what I was doing, and that guy was wondering, he's like, why is it, you know, only on one exchange? Like, why is it worth 128, you know? And then it's only selling for 86. It's because nobody knows about it. That's what I was trying to tell him. Like, nobody knows that you can buy it for 186. Like, not a lot of people with a trained eye, you know this. So, you know, what I should have done is hold on to it. But for our purposes, I bought it at 56. I sold it for 90. Then I bought it at 79. Sold it at 80. Then I bought it at 81. And just today I sold it at 86. Where I really wanted to hold on to it for a couple of days. I'll probably buy it back in for, if I have to buy it for 86, I will. But right now it's selling for 86. I'll probably buy this. And people are like, well, that's a waste of money. Well, not really when you're like going down to 128, right? Like when I sell it for 128, people aren't gonna think that's a waste of money. So anyway, that's trading with the crypto. Say hi. Say wave. All right. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Check out the other videos, especially if you're newbies, and I'll show you how to make all your money with crypto. You know, 50% is not bad one day, 100% is not bad one day. You guys can do the math. like I said, 5 for $45. So it's like 1 + 1 = 2, or like 2 = 3. It's not hard to do the math. You just have to look at the numbers different. So anyway, I think that's all I need to show you guys, and I will see you later. If you want to DM me or anything like that, go ahead. And I'm going to make some more money. I'm home today because the kids are a little bit sick, so I'm going to make some more money. So give them a wave, dude. Come on, just wave. Wave like Kanye West. Wave like the freaking stock side. Let me put this one on your face and wave. Wave. Oh, bye-bye. It's not working, just like half the things I do.